Life ever thrown you a curveball? Well, it can happen. Sometimes you need to be prepared. Take Ditch Survival 101, and you will be. You will be. Have you ever woken up in a ditch on a very hard night of drinking? Well, let me tell you, my name's Derek Andrew, and I've got 30 years of experience of waking up in a ditch. I've been out and about at the bar many times and found myself waking up, not knowing where I was, and I was in a ditch. I'm going to give you key survival skills when you wake up in a ditch yourself, and they goes as follows. My first tool to you guys is wear layers, and not just any layers. Like, you want to wear like cotton just in case it rains and you're in the ditch. And you don't want to wear flammable stuff, because if someone's driving by in a car and throws out a cigarette butt, you'd catch on fire. So wearing layers, but certain layers. Cotton is best, as long as your skin is not irritated. Okay, also I would wear like long johns, because they keep your legs warm, especially when it's really wet out. And that's my favorite thing to wear. I wear long johns even in the summer. Also, I wear cotton shirts sometimes that keep me warm. Just, you'll never know, like when you're waking up at like 2 in the morning, it'll be just bloody cold out there, so you just gotta get up and like put the layers on before you go. Also, another key thing about clothing, I always carry a spare pair of underwear, just in case. Sometimes you might have way too many drinks and you just might do a number 2 in your drawers. So always bring an extra pair of underwear. Let me see here. If you got a garbage bag, you could bring a garbage bag. That is the perfect thing for a poncho. You just cut out some holes in the arms, then slip it over, cut a head hole out of it, and then you slip it over, and then it could be pissing rain out hard, and you'd be just nice and dry under that. It's warm. Okay, next point. What I do, just in case, I write my next of kin and my name on my arm. But the previous point, I know you said long sleeves, so you might have to, when you pass out, remember to pull your sleeve up, because I put my mom's number on there, and then my name, because when someone's standing over you and you're passed out, they're going to be kicking you, at least they can say your name. So that's a very important factor. Okay, the next point about ditches. You either have to decide if you're going to sleep in a comfortable ditch or a not so comfortable ditch. So like a comfortable ditch is one is nice and lush grass in there, not quite wet, but just nice, and maybe even a little bit of moss is really good if you can get one of those. But you know, there could be downsides. Usually when they're that green, there's lots of water. So if it's been raining out that night and you pass out in that ditch, you're going to be, hopefully you're not face down, because you're going to drown. You want to stay face up or in the recovery position.
Hey, cows.
Also, if you're in a rocky ditch, you might be not so comfortable asleep, but you might straighten out a couple of discs in your back. That's the thing. It might not feel so good, but in the end, it might be really good for your back.
Where the hell am I? What the Lord, Hunter! So thirsty. Thank God there's water here. I need some comfortable to pass out in this ditch, but at least there's water. My hips hurt. I gotta hitchhike home.
So Yeah, I've got some pictures and images of 2 types of comfortable and uncomfortable ditches that you'll be staying in. Let me see. The next thing, another key factor in a good night's sleep in a ditch is either if it's on a quiet road or on like a busy highway, like the Trans-Canada Highway.
Sleep here! Too loud! I'm taking my car park! Go somewhere else!
So, I don't know, it just depends how much sleep you want to get. And also, the next day, because you've forgotten your car somewhere at the bar, you've staggered off, so you're going to have to hitchhike. So, if you're in not a hurry and want lots of sleep, just go to a road that's kind of, you know, less busy. You can just sit down there and pass out, and you don't have to worry about the cars driving by and waking you up. But if you need to get home the next day at a certain time, I would say sleep on a major highway. Like, the only thing about that is you might get, if a car goes off the road, you might get run over. That's the only thing. So, but very key important if it's quiet or loud for any good night's sleep or not. Alright, so also, there's a couple little things you could just throw in your pocket before you head out to the bar. You know, one thing that I put in my pocket, doesn't take up a lot of room. I bring like a felt marker. I bring this felt marker here, and you know why I bring this? So, the next day, if you got to hitchhike back into town, I'll tell you this. Me and 2 other buddies, we had to hitchhike back from Red Deer one time. We weren't getting a ride. 3 dudes on the side of the highway, no hope in hell. So, we went in to a Husky and borrowed a marker and then a piece of cardboard. Then we screwed on, we ribbled on this 3 pieces of paper, wear real nice. We got picked up, and in a matter of 5 minutes, these 2 lovely ladies picked us up and drove us right back to Cochrane. Had no problem. So just put a felt marker in and make a funny hitchhiking sign. Trust me. You'll get picked up in a heartbeat.
Oh my God. Oh, that was a hard night, bye. It's a comfy ditch, this one though. But I don't know how busy this road is, but I guess I'll start hitchhiking and see.
Oh, look at that. Who's that guy? Is that a guy? Oh, yeah, it does. It looks like a hit. What would a hitchhiker be doing on this boat?
Have you ever picked up a hitchhiker before?
No, but
What does his sign say?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if there's gonna be a car here. Hopefully soon. I gotta split it. Oh, what is that? Oh, there's a car coming right now.
Excuse me, sir, but do you need some help?
Hey, yeah. Holy jumpins! I hit the jackpot here. You lady. I spent the night in a ditch, I'm gonna be honest.
Well, yeah, you kind of smell like bug spray, actually.
Well.
I love it.
Yeah, you like it? You like
new cologne?
It's like Deep 15.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Where are you heading?
I'm heading into town there, into Langdon.
Oh, well, that happens to be where we're going.
All right.
Yeah.
This is a lucky day for me. I didn't expect to get a ride with 2 hot ladies.
Well, that's if we decide to take you. How much are you charging for your STIs?
Well, you know, it was supposed to be STI free, but I ran out of.
Oh, well,
that's how we got it before,
so. Yeah, we've always gotten them for free.
I
We've never
see.
paid for them.
But my spelling's not so good, as you can see.
Oh, what's your name?
What's my name? My name's Derek Andrew.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
okay. Well, maybe, yeah. Why don't you jump
right.
in? We're looking for
right,
interest.
All right, thanks.
Come on in.
Also, long as you don't lose them in the middle of the night, always bring your sunglasses. Because if you can just throw these on when you fall asleep at night, then you'll sleep longer through the day. It's like having a blindfold on. And another key thing, once you pass out in the ditch, you got to look around of like what you can use around you in the ditch. Sometimes there's an old piece of cardboard. I just throw that up over like a blanket for me, or a piece of like an old tarp, or you know, there's a pack of cigarettes. There could be one smoking there that you could use. Have a smoke in the morning, next day for breakfast. And also, another thing too that I just throw in my pocket, doesn't take much room, is some gum. Because I tell you, you got fresh breath when you're hitchhiking, you're going to get a ride a lot faster. Yeah, for sure. Like, so just throw some gum in your pocket, and you'll be good to go. What else? Sometimes, you know, I've lucked out in my many adventures in ditches. Been pretty lucky to find some ditch porn every once in a while, like an old dirty magazine, and it's you just sit there, you got something to read while you're passed out in the ditch. So that's a real bonus if you get one of those ditches. Let me see, what else? Okay, there's also a couple extra bonus tips. The first one is a given. You can do this one, like, you should do this before you head out to the pub or the bar, wherever you're going. I use, instead of using like Old Spice or Brute 33, I use bug spray as cologne. It saves when you're in the ditches and the mosquitoes getting at you. You just have the bug spray. Plus you smell good for the ladies. That's very key. Don't use Old Spice or Brute 33. Use bug spray. Now this tip, you really got to be pre-planning your evening. Is if you know what bar you're going to be at drinking, you could pre-stash a case of beer, you know, like a 6-pack or an 8-pack, in the ditch that you'll be sleeping in. So when you actually make it there from the bar, you have a few beverages for the evening after the bar is closed. Yeah, you might even want to bring over a couple buddies to hang out in the ditch with you, just to party. So yeah, that's really, that's pretty much all the survival tips that I have attained over the years as living in the East Coast as a New Brunswicker. I hope that helps. It helped me to make it through, and I'm still alive. I'm like 47 now, so I'm still kicking her. I don't know how. It's been a crazy ride. So yeah, I hope you enjoy these tips, and best to you.
It's Derek Andrew here. I can't believe it. I found my pickup truck. I parked it 1 block away from the bar, so the cops didn't know I was going to the bar, and I just found it. Thank goodness, because it's raining like cats and dogs here. So I guess we'll see you real soon with the next bit of Derek Andrews hitchhiking tips. It's coming real soon after the ditch survival. Anyways, we'll talk to y'all later. Alright, take care. Bye.